when you think about data collaboration, that was actually kind of established by initially by the walled garden. So Google and Amazon kind of were the first movers into the space. And the goal that they had was really to kind of enable advertisers to go and get event level measurement capabilities while preserving privacy kind of rules and engagement. And so to that, they have actually kind of seen tremendous engagement. Now, data collaboration within the framework of privacy and kind of depreciation of the cookie, for instance, even if it's debatable today, is actually kind of the key mechanism to have data fluidity in the ecosystem. And so literally it's about kind of powering what the digital ecosystem is, meaning it's all about accurate measurement. It's all about kind of having a high addressability. And so data collaboration kind of sits at the forefront of those two kind of values of the digital ecosystem.
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, you mentioned privacy, and that's been an important topic, and consumers having more control over the information that's shared about them. But how has the role of clean rooms changed during the last 12 to 18 months?
Yeah. So if I consider kind of the roles of clean rooms, I'll kind of look at data collaboration kind of broadly and how the kind of data clean rooms fits and kind of what are the different evolutions. And so data clean rooms was actually kind of a first iteration around establishing collaboration between partners with a privacy kind of framework to it. We've seen that kind of evolving over the last, I would say, kind of 12 to 24 months. We have actually kind of new framework that are actually kind of coming along, like multi-party computation, and we also have kind of trusted execution environment. I wouldn't go into the details, but that's kind of a more kind of privacy-centric and security kind of framework for partners to go and collaborate. So that has been actually one evolution. The second evolution is when you think about data collaboration, it's not only the way you're sharing data, it's also the way that the two partners are mapping the identities when they are sharing the data. So we see now the identity spine kind of being the key component of how data collaboration can be executed against.
So, but clean rooms are only one tool for data collaboration. Is that right? Maybe you could tell us a bit more about the wider infrastructure that supports this data collaboration across the ecosystem?
100%. So when you think about kind of a wider ecosystem, so the clean rooms are actually kind of literally now an extension of the cloud infrastructure of a data warehouse that companies do have, because companies are actually thinking about how do they minimize the data movement so that it doesn't create any kind of security gaps or any kind of privacy concerns for the IT teams. And so this kind of being a native function of the cloud infrastructure, we now are seeing that either the brands or the media companies need also kind of an application layer that actually kind of go and help articulate how you do and execute against those data warehouses. And so this application layer then kind of involve everything that has to do with governance of data and all the permissioning, meaning kind of what data is coming into the collaboration, who has access to it, what is the output that is being created, so then basically can be executed into kind of an overall workflow, because it's not only about the insights that you create, it's also like how do you act on the insight and how do you can actually then activate the audience segments into a media campaign.
And so buyers, there's a big demand from them for cross-publisher, cross-platform clean room integrations. What can you tell us about that and how those are supported?
So, that has really been kind of the emerging theme of the last 12 months. It's now that the technology has actually kind of achieved a certain maturity level. Now, advertisers are actually kind of go and asking their partners to actually share data within the same kind of cloud infrastructure, so that then they can leverage one common identity spine and kind of then run kind of deduplicated rich for instance, queries to actually really go and understand where they actually are reaching specific audiences and where they should actually kind of optimize their media plans. And we see on the publisher side, on media side, that there is actually kind of a willingness to participate into those analytics, because it actually then creates an opportunity to kind of further prove value that they deliver to the advertisers.
Well, this has been really interesting, Frederick. I'd like to thank you for spending the time with us and telling us all about this. Looking ahead, will we still be talking about data clean rooms like in, I don't know, 5 years from now? Or what kind of tools will we be talking about?
I think my simple answer is I hope we will not talk about the data clean rooms in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, and I hope that this will actually kind of be kind of part of a common infrastructure of a data architecture that actually all companies do have when they are in the media space, and so that it informs kind of traditional workflows that are planning, segmentation, and measurement. So hopefully, yeah, we'll not be having this conversation in 5 years.